Hello, ladies and gentlemen of YouTube. You are watching a Zendikar Rising traditional best of three draft that we're going to win because we opened Roost of Drakes with Travis Semulin's hours. Chat, say hello to YouTube. If you are watching on YouTube and you would like to see the action live, you can come to www.twitch.tv/Semulin for all of the action. So I think Roost of Drakes is probably the best uncommon in the set. I think it's better than most of the rares in the set. I don't think there's really anything that you'd realistically pick over this. Whatever this rare is, I'm happy to pass it. There's some possibility we get the Blood Beckoning back. Now, I know people think of the kicker deck as blue-green, and it certainly can be. It's better than the crab for me, Randy. It certainly can go in a blue-green deck if everything works out. But if you do a green deck with a couple Reclaim the Wastes and get a Blood Beckoning in there, it can be pretty good too. So we're going to go with Drake Theory here. And I'd really like to stick on this if I can, but if I can't, I'll move along. No one's really happy to see this pack. I suppose maybe there's a Red-White Warrior player who might be. But this is where I'm kind of thinking take the Blood Beckoning and move along with my life. Because, like, what am I missing out of this pack? I could take a Visionary with the idea that, like, the Visionary and the Blood Beckoning are the two things I'm most likely to play. I suppose there's some argument that I could take this and get out of Drakes, but it would really surprise me if we got out of Drakes. This card's just busted. And for me to truly maximize it, I would need to be in green and splashing maybe some Blood Beckonings. I think that means we take the Visionary and just move along with our life. We're at least cutting blue and green out of the pack. All right, so we've got Geezer Mage versus Florahedron. I like Florahedron a lot, but I think Geezer Mage needs to be our pick here. I want to take everything I can that says kicker on it. It's really unfortunate to be passing this Florahedron. Because the one thing the Roost of Drakes deck wants is just as much mana as you can get. But you also have to combine it with as many kicker spells as you can get. And I don't think I can be passing the premium kicker spells, which are basically this, Tazim Royal Mage. And then like a step down from there, we've got the Taunting Arbor Mage and Reclaim the Wastes. But we need to be picking these up or the Drakes doesn't do anything. Why do people pass the Minotaur? So here's the thing. There's a rare that people go nuts for that's essentially a 5-mana 5/4 haste with Trample. Okay, Trample's good. And you can dash it out. Okay, that's pretty good too. But this is the same card. If you like 5-mana 5/4 haste, this is the same thing. I don't think I can take it here because I'm really, really into this Roost of Drakes. So I need to take a field research. But we're getting some pretty big signals that Black-Red Party could be open here. So I'm going to see, my goal here is that because we've opened something that I think is good enough to force a bit, is I'm going to see if we can put one of these two into Black-Red and then reap the rewards next pack. Okay, so if we're committed to it, we take the Bright Blade. If we're not super committed to green, we can take the Jawari Disruption. Sure. The rare is certainly better. I'm just saying the differences between the cards are not that much. Right? Something to think about. I really like Disruption. I think I want to cut blue because I can pair this with black if I have to. Green needs to be open for me to get away with it. And if green's open, we should see something, I don't know, around pack 6 that would kind of be like, yo dog, green is open. Like this Might of Marasa. It's a very good combat trick. All right, so are we going to go deep enough that we're going to put Riptides in this deck? Because I don't have any into the Royals yet. I don't think we're realistically going to play a Horn Beetle. I'm not going to play a Stomper. So that means we're taking the Riptide. It's not a signpost card. It's a card you can play in kicker. You can play Glacial Grasp too. I'm going to take the Might, but I'm not 100% to play it. This guy came back. I'm pretty happy with that. If we had more kicker shenanigans going, we could grab this, but currently we're looking at 0-2 drops. And I don't mind a nectar pot. Because this is really a 4. These are my spells. This is really a 6. I'll just take the blue card here. This was actually pretty good in the Wizards deck that we built. None of these are pretty good in anything, but we're again going to cut the green for signaling. Like, you can play a Zendikar and not be embarrassed. Yeah, black-green party is what's actually open. This was probably the best card in the pack when we saw it go by before, and it's still here. So I'm going to send it right along and try to get somebody in the dang thing. But I'm a little nervous that we're going to have a deck with a powerful card, but not a powerful deck. And then the story of this deck may be, did you draw the Roost of Drakes? Because I could really use another reason to be doing stuff. We could totally do that if green's open this way. But this is mostly just gaining life, right? Which is not bad. But this is going to be good. This is going to be good. Yeah, I think if I had a Reclaim the Waste or something already, we could give it a go. But I don't think we do. So I think I need to take the best kicker card, which I think is the Geyser Mage, because it's giving me interaction. And I'm thinking green should be open this way, and we can get some more Gnarl Rids. Lol. 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 Oh, God, these are all so good. I want all 3. I want the End of the Royal. I want the Lol Mage's Domination, and I want the Master of Winds. Oh, God, so what do I take? You take the rare. It's absurd. It draws us to the Roost of Drakes. It attacks. It blocks. It does all the thing. The rare's just too good to pass here. Good sign is that our neighbor isn't in blue. Bad sign is that I don't know what the heck they're in. I guess not clerics. We just swapped to clerics here, right? No, we'd be a grown-up and take a 2-drop. Me. Me. Give me an Into the Royal, yo. I can get behind a Scythe Cat while we're sitting around doing things. I'm not excited about it. I really want an Into the Royal, but I'm not, like, I don't think you can pass Master of Winds for it. I mean, you can. But sure, we can take a cat. Okay, I believe it or not, I really like one-turn Timber aesthetic in my decks. The life gain, the body, it's quite good. I want the Royal too, Andy, but it's a common. I should see another. We're not going to get past another Master of Winds. And this one is card draw as well as a body that blocks and can turn on the offensive pretty quickly. But I'm not unhappy to have one of these in my deck either. So our creature suite is looking pretty good, I think. We can have a Flying Wizard. I think I would probably play a Smell Shield here. But I think I would play this. We've got enough wizards randomly hanging around that we could certainly play it. And we can play 2 of these. It's not as good as you think. I can play an ACOG. I don't think I need 2 nectar pots. I don't really need 1 nectar pot. Sentinel's fine here. It's flexible. It's got kicker. I've got a Might in the sideboard that we're probably playing. And Andy, what's up? You need to watch the Joy of Drafting videos, Andy. That'll show you how to spin into the Royal. Then you'll know. Yeah, they took the Lol Mage, which is fair. It's a good card. I wanted it too. That means there's 2 blue players at this table. Yeah, season 2 of The Joy of Drafting will start with how to be lucky and why it's better to be lucky than good if you're trying to win a tournament. Yoinks. 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 My dudes and dudettes. All right, a little more interaction like this into the Royal is kind of what we're looking for here. Sweet. I could probably consider splashing a Royal Eruption, but I think I don't have the bits and bobs to do that yet. This deck kicks butt. We'll see. We'll see. Oh. Hidden Low. I can play me one of these too. I got plenty of dudes, right? So here's some interaction. I'd like a Broken Wings too. I'm trying to decide if I want to be a grown-up and take the Colony or not be a grown-up and take the Geyser Mage. And I think I want to be not a grown-up and take the Geyser Mage. I think I should take the Colony, but I'm not going to because I'm a monster. Don't particularly want any of this. I may not even play this Scythe Cat. I might rather a 3/3 over a 2/3 that 2/1 that grows. And I don't think I want 2 ACOGs. This is kind of just a crap pack. I'll take this in case I want it. All right. Because I didn't take the little dude earlier, I need to go ahead and take this Nectar Pot and just have this settled. We could probably play this card. I don't know if this would be good in the kicker deck, but we could probably make it work. Sure. Smell Shield? Smell Shield versus another Sentinel, because I'm almost at the point where we just take out all the cards that don't say kicker on them or just don't have absurd value. I don't want that. I think there's a possibility I play a Spell Shield. That's arguably better than ACOG. But I don't think I'm playing it. I don't mind having 1 ACOG in the deck. Meh. We could just have infinite Nectar Pots on the ground and not play it. All right, let's go through and think through what we want to do with this. That's not what I wanted to do with this. This is what I wanted to do with this. I'll build a mana base later. We're going to count this as a land. I've got 16 creatures. And realistically, I would always want to cake these. I don't think this deck wants a Scythe Cat. I think it wants its early plays to be able to block and then slowly control a game with the Roost of Drakes. So like Nectar Pots blocking and gaining me life over time is probably just exactly what I'm looking for. And then we've got flexibility here. Riptide can block. This can draw us through some cards. That means I probably don't need this ACOG. I certainly don't need this Deliberate. I wonder if I need 2 field researches, because the Master of Winds kind of has a field research stapled onto him, and I've got 3 into the Royals. The other option would be to cut the Smell Shield or the Dauntless Survivor, or just one of the Sentinels. Or maybe even the Divner. I could cut the aesthetic too, but I really like one aesthetic because I think I need one more cut here, right? Yeah, I need one more cut. Hey, what's up, Leo? Yeah, smell shield. It's got to be one of these two, and I think I'd rather it be the survivor. Let's do our Stream Raiders battle, and then I'll build a mana base, and we'll win this. I think we handled most of the busters, so we should be fine here. Those ghosts are a little bit of a problem. Guys, are we in danger? No, 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 no. We're going to be okay. You know a good bit about Among Using, Mr. Loom. Rogue's just like, nope, don't need to kill a ghost. Changed my mind. All right, we got Falco with the kills and the assists. Blue chest for all of y'all. Extra gold for Techno Shaman, scrolls for Sosebi and Sparrow. All right, cool. We did the thing. Now we can fight on to the boss. Yeah. I think I can make this work. You want to go 9-8 blue? Probably? Yeah, I need a lot of double blue in this. There we go. Yeah, we can be sharks today. All right, let's see what we can do. Thank you for agreeing to play in the Among Us tomorrow, Leo. I am very excited to get the band back together. I've got a couple invites out that people haven't answered, which feels weird. Like, I'm like, did they not see it? Did they just not want to say no? But we'll at least have close to a full lobby. And I know a few people we can get to fill in if needed. All right. This is a decent opener. Because we've got a solid early blocker. We've got some card draw. We've got some kicker spells. Good luck, Jacques. I hope you win. All right. They own some shenanigans. Which I can respect. I have been known to shenanigan myself. So if you want to draw land, you turn the cat green. We'd like to draw one land. So we're going to make the cat green. Now that we've got that land, we're going to turn the cat red, which is the color for drawing action. I did it just a little bit too late. Looks like it's a kickoff, though. They're going to save money on car insurance. We're going to try to make a bunch of birds. Well, I sent it through Discord, so like it's possible some people just didn't notice it. And then apparently, like some of the people I regularly play with do things on Wednesday nights that I didn't actually know they did. It's not all about that, Patrick, but that's certainly part of the game. I view it as like a combination of sales, acting. It's a fun game and detective work. Like Werewolf was, which is kind of what this game is based off of, is kind of about lying and determining who's lying. But with the tasks in Among Us, there's actually things for you to go do, and you can pay attention to who's playing like they are doing the tasks and who's playing like they're not. Okay. I think I might like to have something in play that can attack for now, and we can save the other one for later. Yeah, and I have a background in sales and acting, so normally those are skills that I don't like to use in my leisure time, but for some reason the social, like, the thing with Among Us is, like, you take people that you know that are not quite friend level, play the game with them, and all of a sudden you're friends. Like, I liked Leo before we played Among Us. I had seen him stream. I liked what he did. I was down with Leo. Now that we've played Among Us together a little bit, I'm like, this guy's amazing. Same with Jamie. I liked Jamie. I knew who she was, but I hadn't really gotten to interact with her much because Magic isn't really about interacting with people when you play it predominantly online. I was really hoping one of these would be a land, but one of them wasn't. And I do need to hit my land drop, so I'm a sad Travis, and we're discarding the Sentinel. Being able to interact in games is a big deal. Being able to play with other streamers is a big deal. It's a way to share your audience. I don't actually like saying that, Campbell, because I really don't like to lie, and I'm bad at it. I don't think that this game is encouraging people to lie unless you think that Ian McKellen is a great liar. Henry, thank you for the resub. He's not actually a wizard, John. Who would believe? Y'all spam some cats for Henry. Thank you, my friend. I think I've had enough of your gecko shenanigans. Thank you very much for the resub, Henry. I hope things are going well in your world. It's playing pretend, right? It's a game. Am I actually a wizard right now, summoning a master of winds to assault my opponent and hoping I can defeat their risen riptide? Is that actually what's happening? Do you personally believe that to be the case? Oh, this is terribly sneaky of me. But I kind of want him to re-kick this Sentinel. Because if they kick it, I can just take it. Like, is D&D all about lying? Are you telling me my buddy Mike isn't actually a Minotaur warrior? That's fair, Leo. There's some people that take it... I literally explode. There's some people that take it too seriously and get angry. And that's not fun. Playing with people like that is not fun. It is, in fact, terrible. I think lying in most settings is inherently bad. But acting in a game that's about acting. What's TTT? I have 500 hours in butt. Thank you, Buttspot. Oh no, they kicked their 3-drop. How will we ever handle this? Yoinks! No, not sarcasm. I don't know what it is. Yeah, this deck's pretty dang good. We're up against, so I do need to focus on this. We are doing the YouTube draft after all. So we're up against another kicker deck that probably had a bad draw, I'm guessing. It may even have been the other person that was trying to do kicker stuff in our pod. I don't think I'm not scared of what I saw from them in that round. I've always wanted to play prop hunt and never managed to get a group together for it. I watched a video of some dudes playing that and was like, that was super fun. I'm not sure what I want to change here. What would be bad against another deck that's trying to do something similar to what I'm trying to do? The Sentinel would not be great. On the draw, I don't want the cats. I could sort of see cutting the Sentinel for a Zendikar, but I think I'm just going to run this back. I may do that, Leo. Well, you need a group that's comfortable taking turns speaking, not just having 10 people yelling in Discord at once. And I'm not inviting people who would be keen on yelling in Discord. It's just slow as molasses, but we'll take it. It's a bad hand. Let's keep. Classic Travis sayings. Okay, so maybe we do actually have literally the same deck. That would be terrifying. Screaming is okay. Screaming at each other is not. Okay, yeah, we have the exact same deck. So realistically, I'd very much like to draw my own Roost of Drakes to try to combat that. I could bounce this, pretend I'm putting some pressure on them, but I'm really not. And that option's not going anywhere. But if I can find my own first, then we can maybe compete with this. Like, I'm only looking at taking 2 this turn. I can handle taking 2. We don't have any enchantment removal, which is going to be a bit of a problem in this mirror. So maybe if we want to draw Roost of Drakes, we turn the cat blue. It means you need to use social cues. Like maybe just pipe up and say, guys, I have relevant information, and wait for them to stop. And if you're playing with people that won't stop talking for that, boot them. Drop the mighty banhammer upon them. This is why I said I don't think we're keeping up with this. Kind of sucks not to be able to play this turn, but it is what it is. I do not have any negates. And we'd have to have it by turn 4. Like, I don't think it's going to help us there. Why would you do that there? They just want to get as many jerks on the board as they can. So this is like drawing a card, except the card I draw is a 3/2 flyer, which is exactly what I need in this spot, so we'll take it. We're obviously going to have to bounce one of them here. But we are hurting a little bit here. I got them Ugin sleeves too. They ain't bad. Man, so many sentinels. I can't beat these sentinels, dog. Let's get him down to 25. MLP? I don't think I know what MLP is. These were just from the last battle pass. I think it's too late for this to do anything, but we may as well check. Oh yeah, My Little Pony. There were My Little Pony cards. I think those were released when I wasn't playing. No, it was this. I wanted them, but I took a break from Magic, and that's when the My Little Pony cards came out. Do I have anything I can do against an opposing Roost of Drakes? No, just the Zendikar, which we talked about. Nectar Pot doesn't matter here, sadly. It's not doing anything. There's certainly chaos in Mythic rating, but I think we're getting a little bit off track here, boys and girls. It's a different kind of chaos. Major League Ponies, thank you, Oreo. It does have to do. There's certain people who play the game where their idea in Among Us is to run out the clock by keeping talking. That is communicating properly from their perspective in the gameplay, but it does make Discord limiting, which is fine if you guys want to continue to discuss that, but I'll see myself out on that one. I'd rather talk about My Little Pony sleeves. All right, can we draw our Rooster Drakes, please? No. God, this is a hand that's like, I can't mulligan it, but it's also not good. Kitesail would not do anything here, no. That's not what we're looking for. We need ways to answer a Roost of Drakes or find our Roost of Drakes sooner. And a Kitesail in certain scenarios would let us block 1/2/2, but they're eventually going to have 4/4 flyers. This is probably not getting any better than slowing them down a turn. Yeah, but blocking one flyer doesn't do anything because they have infinite flyers. No, thank you. You know what's neat? That counters the spell. They don't draw the card, they don't gain the life. This is just worded in a stupid way. Because I don't think you should be able to get it that sneakily. They may not be able to deal with a 1/3. All they can have here is a spell shield. And I want to see if they have it before we go to attack. Because I obviously don't want to throw away the nectar pots when they're at 17. I appreciate them giving us something to do next turn. But you are not allowed to have a board state. I probably have to let them have that, which kind of sucks. They're going to start tempoing me. If they're going to start tempoing me, then I need to find the actual action. Because the game stopped being about punishing somebody who's mana screwed. Because they're going to bounce something in a minute, and if it's any of this, I don't care. I don't think so, because now I get to attack into this. I think significantly happier. But like, they're going to start gaining life. Ixalan set was the worst for me, Leo. I mostly play limited.
2.5 years.
Heck yeah, Orcish, thank you very much. And I did not enjoy Ixalan that much. Thank you very much for the resub, Orcish. I appreciate that. I didn't play in Lorwyn. So I took a break from Odyssey to Scars of Mirrodin, and then I took another little break from Eldraine to Ikoria, mainly because of bot drafting. Well, entirely because of bot drafting. I know Josh used to like it, Soulbush. Ixalan was just bad. Man, I can't catch a break here. Because I'm trying to trade off cards with somebody that's got a grip full of them. He was indeed. I watched some of it. It was good to see Josh again. You could hear Darwin snoring in the background. I think if they're doing that, we use our spell shield to stay ahead. Which feels really weird, but it makes any kicker spell I draw amazing from here. Hey, what's up, Jeff? Never mind, we're just dead. Okay, okay. That's why they hit their Roost of Drakes more than I hit my Roost of Drakes. Because they have 2 drakes. That hardly seems fair. It's going to take them a while to kill me, but they're going to kill me. And that's fair, Limestone. At least 2 roosts. They may have more roosts. They've managed to do all of this with 4 lands, so literally all 6 of the cards they have are action cards. And they can cast 6 drops with kickers. I need to draw a string of non-lands and have them draw a string of lands. Or we're just done. Even then, we're probably just done. Things are looking grim for our hero. Yep, 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 yep. It's pretty good. But I got this wizard. Didn't Josh have twins? I'm not blocking that until I have another wizard. Oh, Lord. Okay. I think we're going to be fine. If we can draw like 3 more lands, we should be good here. I thought they had twins. I could be wrong, though. Still over 20. I'm still winning. It's 24-13. I'm obviously still winning. Okay, there's one more, which is a start. How do you get 2 Roost of Drags? I need to know. Yeah, it's like my lands are blocking the drakes. They still haven't even bothered to bounce anything yet. That's the saddest part of all. Like at any point, they can bounce something, but they won't because they don't need to. Hiya! So I can take a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 drop and then die in the air? No, I can take a 5 drop and then they return it to their own hand. And then die to the drags. Alrighty. Let's move along. Huh. Huh. That was rough. All right, let's do something we can win, because I think we can handle this fight. They won because they had better sleeves. Fair. I don't think sleeve selection is something enough people put enough thought into. Theirs is probably a little better if they've got two Roast of Drakes, Andy. Like, that was the card that those matches revolved around. They had two of them, so they're going to draw them more often. Yeah, they had two. So I think they had a better kicker deck. All right, we've got Oliver with the kills, David with the assists. Gold for all of y'all, more gold for Donnie, Jimmy, scrolls for Urberk and Donnie. No, that's Bad Dab, not Babacab. All right, y'all. This is a problem. This is a problem. I can't handle Babacab and Bad Dab because reading is hard. All right, I'll PPU. You guys can handle the formations. What a professional streamer. I just muted myself sneezing so you didn't have to hear it. All right, let's see if we can get a 2-1 out of this, because I think this deck is at least capable of that. It could have been a 3-0. It should have been a 3-0. Trixie Hobbitses. What could have been a contender. It doesn't. All right, I can do something with this. We want action. We turn the cat to red. Actually, I don't know what black does. Let's turn the cat black and see what happens. I'm still concerned about this wolf. Like, its arm is clearly broken, and it's asleep, and nobody seems to care. Like, this is a problem, right? At least for the wolf. The vet will see him shortly. Okay. That's a hopeful way to think of it. No, it's not a weird attack. They wanted me to attack back. Like, they don't mind taking the 1 for the chance to get in for 3 next turn. It's telling me that they're interested in racing. This stops activated abilities too, right? But not triggered. So I'll still gain the life when I kick things. I just can't get the land. Yeah, it feels like a weird attack now, but I guess they're still doing it for the same reason. Like, who cares if I attack back? Either that or they misunderstand what the cleric does. It's got a lot of text on it. It's probably a good card, right? Now I can use Into the Royal to draw 2 cards. One of them's going to be a Lull Mage familiar. Hey, what's up, Band Geek? Good to see you. Chips and coffee sounds great. I don't much care for the Hound, personally. Andy was talking about how this was harder to get in Dominaria, and I think that's because auras were such a big part of Dominaria, and they're really not here. Yeah, Leah knows what's up. More text is better. Chains of Mephistopheles is the best magic card. You're close. But I think, doesn't Chains of Mephistopheles have more text than the Cauldron? Animate Dead may have the most text, actually. Because that card just doesn't make any sense at all. Every land blocks this once, so it's fine. I mean, it's actually got 16 is the funny part. Yeah, no roost. No roost. I must have hallucinated drawing the roost. But the original Animate Dead was a paragraph of text. They've had enough of my nectar pots. It did say enchant dead creature. I remember. Well, I have good news for you, opponent. No, it definitely did. I had, dude, my first Magic deck was Polar Krakens with Animate Dead. I remember. I mean, maybe it's more of a paladin than a cleric. Fair, Auntie. Fair. Hiya! Dude, we were all playing Balduvian Hordes and Shivan Dragons back in the day. Everything I can think of still 2 for 1s here. Like that doesn't. I thought it was +1. Meh, okay. You live, you learn, you laugh, you love, you lose. Y'all know what I'm talking about. That was a jagged little pill to swallow. I'm so good at drawing lands. I'm kind of impressed with myself. They haven't played anything that's worth bouncing. Dude, I'm a 90s boy. Alanis was amazing. Presumably still is. I mean, if you want to taste the rainbow, taste the rainbow. Did she? Is it any good Orcish? I should probably check it out. I'm not bouncing anything until they play something worth bouncing. Joke's on me. They're not going to play anything worth bouncing. It's probably worth bouncing that now. Maybe they'll replay it first and then not be able to play anything else. Maybe they'll put 2 counters on it to get through this guy. They literally can't cast another spell, so this is a free block for me. So what if instead of bouncing it, I take it? Well, I'd rather take this. Yeah, I'd definitely rather take that. I can't bounce this turn, but I can do it next turn. Fine. If I can't have it, no one can. Okay. That's how we're going to play it. I'm going to take my toys and go home, I guess. What's the blue for? Card draw, I guess. These guys don't really have great trades, but if they're going to double block one of those and take 1,000,000 damage, I'm okay with it. Because I don't think they can realistically get away with that. Yeah, I don't know about that one. I mean, they're dead without me doing anything here, right? I just swing team, they block, block, block. Oh, I guess I do need to bounce something, but fortunately, I can totally do that. So they've actually got some scary cards, but their mana base is ambitious from my perspective. But this thing can easily get out of control. Fortunately, I think I've got enough bounce that I just sort of don't care. Is there anything in my deck that's particularly weak to Cinderclasm? I guess the X2s, maybe? And it could clean up after Drake's, but I'm a little not scared. Should I be kind of scared? I don't think I should be scared. I kind of want the Zendikar, though. Just like they did have some flyers, and that would help block some. I don't think they had enough interaction that I actually care about Smell Shield here. Yeah, I think so too, Limestone. I don't think we care that much. I fully expect now to get through the entire draft and never draw Roost of Drakes, which is an important reminder about building your deck specifically around one card, right? Like, I think this deck can function without it, but imagine if we drafted a deck that needed that to function. I think we'd be in serious trouble. Fortunately, we are not. We're only in, like, minor trouble. Can't even play this turn 3 on the draw, but I guess a wizard on a lizard will be fine. Sure, sure. Sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so bouncing that doesn't make them discard. Oh my god! What? Really? That's crazy. They do exist. I don't believe it. Hiya! I don't want to bounce it till they spend the mana equipping it. Because I'm not looking to cast 2 spells next turn. Never mind. We can bounce it now. That sorcery speed, dude, making me a little sus. That could be it too, Randy. I've made worse mistakes than that before in my life. With bigger stakes involved. It's all right. Here's how worried about that I am. There you go. All right, we ready to stream raid? We're probably ready to stream raid. I think we can take this. It's a little early, but I think we can do it. Magic's a complicated game. It takes some time to learn. It is not an easy game. I was a little ambitious with this start, but I think we're going to be okay. I just need this right flank to turn around, and we're all right. This group going the long way around the river is interesting. But they got there in time. Rogue is going full ham. Yep. Can confirm. All right, Falco with the kills, Brion with the assists. Scrolls for Urberg, Jimmy, Unglued, David, and Band Geek. And we're getting close to that boss. We may as well go up here. Oh, we're going to get a gold chest either way we go, so it doesn't matter. Pathing is irrelevant. All right, this is another one of them defensive zones. So y'all remember to defend. Your dudes ain't going to move. Oh, I can believe it, Grumpy. I can believe it. I'm doing good, Scotty. How you doing? It's a bad hand. Let's keep it. Checking to see if that was you control or anyone controls. I don't really need to play anything this turn. Are we happy going 4-6? I'm relatively happy with it, but I feel like I'd like to have something on the board here. There's a possibility they're missing some land drops, and getting 6 damage out of this would be pretty big. Or just trading it for something's fine too. I'm going to pretend I'm on the offense here and see if they do anything about it. They may not. Because I'm just going to take this hit. They may be more inclined to want to trade now, which would be fine by me. Because we can get some smell shield action going. You got a deadly alliance, huh? Cool, have fun with that. Oh, okay. A Sky Dancer. That I was not anticipating. That's fine. I think we just chillax one more turn, and then I play the Sentinel. Because now that I've got the Disruption, I'm thinking I might want to have that up. Because they get ahead by double spelling, right? So there's really no reason not to have these two up for the rest of the game. I really don't want to get mind rotted, so I'm not going to play both here. Well, if I get mind rotted, I want to have things to discard, I suppose I should say. Okay, we're just going to sit here and stare at each other. What have they got? I guess we take this turn off and play a big threat and see if they can deal with it. Then I can hold up my counter spells. Because this kind of demands a removal spell. I could also use the spell shield and attack here. We've got options is what I'm saying. All right. Well, maybe it'd be better if I just took it. Yeah, this gives them awkward blocks. They may overvalue getting rid of my wizard, which is fine too. But I think we're pretty happy with this. Man, stealing your opponent's creatures is so busted. There are no laws in this place. They got a lot of reanimate shenanigans going on here. Don't know that I care for that. I should have played this first. I'm bad, don't judge me. No, I wanted to keep Spell Shield up because I'm smart. Why not kick it? I think the air is actually our path to victory here. I don't think I've ever had White Claw. Isn't that just boozy seltzer? Like, why would you drink White Claw when you could drink whiskey? Or Gewürztraminer, if we're going to drink something. Vodka and water? Pass. Why would you drink whiskey when you could just lick a disinfected wooden floor? Fair. You make a compelling argument. This deck really needed a Tazim Royal Mage to go over the top, and I don't have one, and it makes me sad. Oh god, how much reanimation do you have? All of it, it would seem. My goodness. Not exactly the droid I was looking for. I thought I drew enough cards to do good. It's okay for people to like White Claw if they like White Claw. That ain't what I'm saying. This is just black-white recursion, and it's working. Fortunately, we're not drawing those two lands, so we got that going for us. Yeah, it's still going to take them a while, but 5 a turn begins to look reasonable. Oh, Lord. I'm beginning to see a challenge. Because that relic going to be difficult to beat. I don't really like the taste of beer. I've never particularly cared for it. So if I suicide in, we get in for 4 and lose this. That's not good. I don't think I'm beating that relic. We will see, though. Yeah, cider's okay. Ouch. Okay, I went from not understanding the format to understanding the format back to not understanding the format. We've made it the full cycle here. What do I even bite here? I don't have a good bite target. That's hilarious. This is the only thing I need to kill and I can't. Magic is a liquid. This definitely bites. I don't think I'm supposed to alpha then bite. I want to see if I can draw a kicker spell first. Because as soon as I bite, they're drawing a card, right? But if I draw a kicker spell, maybe we can do something? Because I have a 5/5 to bite with. Problem is now I'm just dying in the air, so that's not even an option anymore. I'm going to have to kill a flyer and just accept the sadness. I think. Would I rather kill this? Because now I can legitimately kill something and be done with it. Well, if I kill this, I'm going to get drained anyway. I need the air defense. This really does kind of suck. I could kill the cleric, but the cleric should be nullified anyway. Yeah, but they've got 4 cards in hand. They're going to have a cleric. If I draw lands or kickers, I start gaining life, right? And the deck is mostly lands and kickers. That's fair. It's not a certainty. But I was thinking if I can get rid of the two power flyers, maybe we got something going on. How to best use this? I think like this. This is super risky if they've got instant speed removal. I mean, it's already pretty good. Okay, they don't have another cleric. They're really valuing that one cleric. Maybe I should have bidden it. Beginning to get a bit intense here because I think I can get back in this game. To the surprise of no one, Roost of Drakes is a powerful magic card. Okay, they have more clerics. Never mind. I was using that. That's not very nice. I've only got 2 cards left. Dang it, Bobby. Alrighty then. I went from not being in danger to being in danger. This is it. We're done. We're dead. I wasn't using that, as it turns out. I bet the last one's a land. I couldn't cast the field research. Man, just a little bit of incidental mill did some work there. How did they mill me out? Just recurring this a couple times was good enough. I'm kind of impressed. This is game 1. So I don't think bouncing that gives me enough to actually kill them here. We're just dead. All right, let's get out of here. It was my rolls and card draw, and they milled me for 6, 7, 8. All right, so I'll tell you what doesn't matter is Nectar Pots. I'm not super concerned about their early game. And I need something that can actually finish a game, so we're going to bring in the cat. They have some skills. They have some skills. Like the Nectar Pots were here to trade for 3/1s and block 2/2s, and we really haven't faced a deck that was heavy with those. And we also know what they're up to now, which is reanimating stuff. So we're less interested in trading with enter the battlefield abilities. I thought the one game we drew the Roost of Drakes, we were going to be in Value City, but we were not. I was so tickled. I bounced my own guy, then bounced their guy. I bounced so many. Was not good enough. We could have gotten a job as a waterfront bouncer. I guess that's really all one can ask for in life. Limestone. You did a bunch of really cool stuff and then you died. All right, so this needs a couple land draws and we're playing Magic. I can try that. Also, we got a sweet bolus land, so like kind of the rules are we can't mulligan. I can think of worse things to have on a tombstone. All right, flood me, flood me, flood me, flood me. Pools flood. Flood pools. All right, well, we've got the whole point of our deck, so now we can flood. I forgot to change the cat to green. I should have switched it to green a turn sooner. Hashtag not too proud. I don't know what the point of that attack was, but I like it. Presumably they're going to buy some stuff back, but I'm okay with that. I made a lot of land drops without playing the Scythe Cat. I think I was right not to include it originally. I am seeing that like party decks are reasonable and better than they looked initially. And I've had some good ones. I wonder if you should default to going for that or maybe just try to get what's open cuz like we could have had a pretty good red black party deck and passed on it. I kind of got to sit back here, don't I? Yeah, I don't have a choice. Set up for a dedicated archetype and leave the door open for party as a plan B. That's fair too. There's many ways to go. We just have to learn the best one. Because I have to block this now. And I don't particularly want to. Just go clerics every time? There we go. Kind of the last thing I want to do is put this silencer in the bin. But I am under the struggle bus right now. This is legit terrifying. God, mill is never good until it is. But I got my drakes. Mine carver with just enough party to get it to work. I'm not sure how to get out of this. Yeah, we're definitely in danger. They're in a little bit of danger of timing out. Like, we've had some opponents playing pretty slow today. They're 11 minutes under me, which is, I mean, not insignificant. This deck needed a closer like an Arbor Mage or something too. The 30 minutes is very generous. I think Moto has 25 minutes now. I do wish they'd get rid of the rope in best of three. Like, give me the chess clock or give me the rope. With both, I'm confused. I find this puzzling. Yeah, they did that in Moto. Well, Moto, I guess, had a 10-minute rope, if you want to think of it that way. I'm very nearly dead. That doesn't help much. Oh, I thought we had a good deck. And maybe we did, just not good enough. Lord. I got nothing. Yeah, maybe clerics or bust is what we need to start doing. We can try that on the next one. Although we had a good wizard stack. I'm not entirely convinced that the lands deck is where you want to be. I think I'd probably not be on that one. Do it! Do it now! Kill me! The one I'm playing now, apparently. All right, so I can't take that out. I can't take that out. I can't take out anything that matters, which is unfortunate. But I guess we still take something out. My best bet may be to win on clock, which I can't counter this now. Value City, you mad lad. I was so ready for this, and then I wasn't. We got him down to 21 though. So I feel like that's a pretty good start. Heck yeah, we doing it now. Oh, it's bad. Well, they played around it, or they just cast things that they drew until they didn't draw anything better to do than the Zoff consumption. I don't think that's particularly sus, but like, yeah, I'm just on clock power now. I'm not dealing 21 damage to them. We might be able to wait for them to make 5 minutes worth of plays. It's not the victory I want, but we take these. This is a 5-drop. All right, now I got some blockers. I still don't think we're supposed to try to race that. Well, that's interesting. Like chess, I heard a podcast talking about chess, and who the best player in the world is depends on how much time they have to play. Like if the clock's 5 minutes, there's one guy that's amazing. If it's 30 minutes, there's another person that's amazing. I think we're dead because they can tap enough blockers next turn with this, and I've just never been able to use the disruption. 10, 4, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I can do 22 points of damage this turn, and it's not enough. No, I can do 24 points of damage this turn, and it's not enough. Because we've got 12, 14. Yeah. 24 points of damage, and it's not enough. Okay, so how do I make sure I don't die to them tapping a bunch of my stuff? I guess them having one less stuff in play is a start. And I might be able to use the Jawari Disruption if I bounce this and that, for example. That's a fitting end to this game. There you go. Alrighty, YouTube. Thank you for tuning in as we learn our way through this format. There have been ups and downs. This was one of the downs. This was one of the downs. Not particularly happy with how that gameplay turned out. We're going back to the drawing board, and hopefully the next video will show you how amazing and how far we've come. Chat, say goodbye to YouTube, and we'll see y'all next time.